Alright, today we are going to be jumping back into the Bitcoin price action because we are seeing some things play out on the charts that we had talked about in yesterday's video, and it is looking very possible at this point that the low is in. So we will go ahead and talk about all of the bullish indications and levels that were tapped today on the charts. But before we do get into that, I got to remind you guys that today is kind of your last chance to earn those rewards with the limited time event that I am hosting with my exchange partner BingX right now. So check the links in the description down below if you are at all interested in getting into that. You will just have to sign up with my affiliate, and then you will be in the clear to use that event link, earn yourself some awesome rewards such as deposit bonuses up to $7,300. But that is only lasting through the month of July, so you only got about a day left. Also, down in that description, you'll see my Crypto Eagles VIP. Part of that membership, you'll get access to like a VIP meeting that we have every week where we do go over the charts, and that is currently being hosted on Tuesdays. So that's something I got done doing earlier this morning. Thought I would mention it in this video. If you are at all interested, there's a lot more that package does offer. So come join us. I'm trying to provide as much value as possible since it is a paid membership, but it's only $20 a month for the first 3 months when you use code early, and that is also for a limited time only through the month of July. So you only got about a day left. If you are thinking about joining that VIP Discord, you're only going to get that $20 a month for the next 3 months if you do sign up either today or tomorrow. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and jump into the Bitcoin price action because we are pixel touching some levels such as the CME gap that I have been talking about. As you can see here over on Binance, we wicked through the CME gap, filled this completely, and on the CME chart, right, from the Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures pair, this was again a pixel touch right through that CME gap. We have now fulfilled this. We can remove it from the chart. We don't need to test this level anymore, and we have found nice support within that gap, looking very, very good for a potential low to be in. And not only are we bouncing off of an identified level of interest, but we also have identified edge coming into this level of interest, such as 1 hour bullish divergences on our RSI. You can see those regular bull divs looking real nice. Not only do we have that, but if we jump over here to trading light, you can see good order book pressure from buyers, right? We got a lot of buyers in the order books that is supporting price. And at the bottom of these wicks, we do have a failed auction. If I jump out at the 30-minute time frame, you can actually see this failed auction a little bit more clear. 160 Bitcoin being sold off into only one bidder at this level, yet price bounces from it, showing that the auction had failed and that price was being absorbed at this level and is not likely to retest. So in my humble opinion, that was the low for Bitcoin. I think the probabilities say that higher is more likely. Let's watch how these walls react though. We do have big sell walls above us, so let's see if these are spoof orders to fill price below, right? Sometimes market makers, big whales, will put in a spoof order above price where they know it's not going to get filled, so they can go ahead and force price down a little bit and fill their long orders. And then once they are filled, once price starts coming up, they'll just remove it from the order books, giving price clear skies to fly up on higher. So we'll see how price reacts when we do get up to this wall. Also, something else noteworthy, I guess, here in trading light is that open interest has been going down throughout this range. So this shows that longs are being shaken out of the market. We had talked about this being a long capitulation just to flush out those positions. And this sideways chop within here was to go ahead and make sure that the auctions were finished off, to make sure we filled that CME gap and to take out some of these longers that were getting in a little bit preemptively. This is why you always got to be patient. If we got a CME gap, we're probably going to fulfill it, and we do see, in fact, us sweeping all of this liquidity, grabbing that on an open interest decrease before a proper wick up on that failed auction, getting back above the sweep level. And now I can say we structurally look very, very good for a low. And if this is to be the low, Bitcoin shouldn't really try to retest much. As you can see here, I have pulled the fibs swing low, swing high. I was actually trying to get into a position on this because I saw the pattern play out. I had placed my limits at the 382. I kind of missed the market here. I would have market smashed into this, but I'm already in a long position on Ethereum from the low right down here. So I haven't been staring at charts to try to get into positions. I was kind of just watching YouTube and then realized, hold up, Bitcoin swept, and then I went ahead, limited at the 382. We'll see if I get that filled, right? We haven't made a higher high here, so potentially I still get my orders filled. I got positions all the way from the 382 to just below the 75 within here, kind of value area low, and then the point of control within here. So we'll see if I can get filled on that position. Like I said, I'm already in an ETH long, and I'm all in spot right now, so I don't really need to be chasing these long positions. I'll wait, see if price wants to come fill me. If not, all good. But yeah, I think there's a good chance we do just kind of head up here. You can see this value area low taken, this is that local range from current price right now to when we started this bottoming structure within here, and we have deviated to the downside and gotten back above, right? Nice deviation below value area low, getting back above, confirming that into support should signal that our next target is up here at the value area high. So yeah, Bitcoin's looking real good for a continuation here to the upside. And with Bitcoin now starting to turn structurally bullish, we have the dollar turning structurally bearish. This is something we talked about yesterday of different possibilities that could play out here, but we really just wanted to see kind of a deviation back within. Let's get back under this point of control of the range and start hunting down here to the lows. Bitcoin has historically been inversely correlated with the DXY, the dollar currency index, because money flows out of the dollar into Bitcoin and vice versa because they are competing assets. So let's see if this can come down. If for some reason we do backtest this into support and continue on up here, we had talked about dollar milkshake theory. Go ahead and research that if you want to learn more about what it could mean. But essentially, we did see something like that play out in 2000 with the dot-com bubble. If we go all the way back here on the charts to around 2000, the dollar was pretty bullish within here while we had our dot-com bubble. So, it's not impossible for risk-on assets to go up with the dollar going up, but that would certainly be a first for Bitcoin because obviously it was created after the 2008 Great Financial Crisis. It hasn't seen any of these big bubbles in the stock market, so kind of uncharted territory for how it will react. But overall, yeah, they should be inversely correlated. Let's see if we can get the dollar to come down here. So far, so good. Nice swing failure of these highs. Looking a bit more bearish than in yesterday's video. S&P, let's talk about this because it is turning more bearish, right? Definitely a spooky thing to happen. These red hammer candles on the monthly time frame after these macro parabolas have played out, right? You always got to wonder, is that the top of the blow off top? And after blow off tops, you normally go into depressions. So we got to be watching this carefully, but so far so good. We got these gaps to the upside that are likely to fill. We got this gap to the downside that we did partially fill, so that could already be valid. And we are starting to hold our fibs here, swing low, swing high. Looks like we are starting to get above that golden pocket and test it into support. So a continuation up here on the S&P would not surprise me. You can see I also have this sweep level. We did not make a good high within here. Overall, this chart looks more bullish in my opinion. And I do think it's going to start hunting up to those futures gaps. But honestly, we don't really care as much about the S&P right now because Bitcoin is correlating more to a risk-on asset, especially, altcoin market included. And what we see is that the Russell still looks extremely bullish. The Russell is obviously an index of much smaller market cap plays in the stock market. So this continuing to be bullish, continuing to accept back within this 2021 bull market range is a very good thing to see. And these higher lows are forming what looks to be a parabola, lining up to potentially send us into all-time highs on the Russell, which I absolutely would bet you that's going to send the altcoin market into expansion. In other words, altcoin season. But if you have any questions about anything I talked about or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also, VIP Discord below that we talked about at the beginning of the video. And below that are the 2 links for BingX if you want to get in on that limited time event. Don't miss out on it. And with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.